Over here. If you want more detail about this, I suggest you go watch this video by
Everyone, tis I, Beast. I was banned, but I am back. I'm Beast Kanava until I get back up to the same platform that I had. And Joshua, I gotta say thank you so much for the shout out in this video. Whenever my other account was up and you were shouting out from that video that you threw up there, I was getting like hundreds of followers a day from people coming over from your account. So I can't express enough how much I appreciate that. It means the world to me. Thank you. So let's talk about what happened that fated day, October 14th of 1066. And I've realized, having reshot this multiple times, that I don't really have much time. So there are a number of things that I'm not going to be covering here. I'll cover them in other videos. And the battle, the lead up to the battle, is covered completely by Joshua's video. So everybody just go watch that. So let me just try to answer the question, how did William the Bastard win this battle? Well, as you can see in this section of the Bayeux Tapestry, which is actually not a tapestry, it's an embroidery. I could explain the difference in a different video. Here we see the Norman riders off to this side, and we see the Anglo-Saxon Huscarls off to this side. What ended up happening was that William the Bastard, who is fighting an uphill battle in this battle, right? The Anglo-Saxon warriors are at the top of Senlac Hill, and these Norman knights and Norman riders and Norman soldiers have to fight up the hill in order to win this battle. What kept happening, though, was that William the Bastard ordered that his riders feign retreat down the hill. And once they got down the hill, the Anglo-Saxon Huscarls would go and they would pursue them down to the bottom of the hill. And once they were at the flat at the bottom of the hill, this is when the Norman riders would wheel back around. They would come in and they would deliver a devastating flanking maneuver, crushing the Anglo-Saxon line. And this actually happened multiple times during the battle, and you might be like, how could they have fallen for that multiple times? But you have to understand how warfare worked in this time period. Today, it's about you push a button, a missile flies out, it kills 10 guys. That is not how warfare worked in these days. Warfare was about intimidation in these times. So if your enemy was fleeing from the battlefield, that meant that you had intimidated them into flight, and then if you pursued them, then you could take nobles from among their ranks, or you could take anybody who has any sort of like importance from among their ranks, and you can ransom them back to the enemy faction, or you can just defeat them there on the battlefield, defeat them there in their flight, and deliver a devastating, decisive blow to the enemy at that time. And so that was what the Anglo-Saxons thought was happening, right? I mean, they were pretty confident throughout most of the early phase of the battle because the enemy was fighting an uphill battle. So all of these times that the Norman knights would go and feign retreat, the Anglo-Saxons were thinking, look at that, we've won. Let's go and press our advantage and go chase down the Normans. But it didn't work, and the Normans kept wheeling back around, crushing the Anglo-Saxon line, and eventually they did actually kill Harold Godwin, and may he rest in peace, during the events of this battle. Now, it's not exactly clear how he died. The tapestry depicts him as having had an arrow fly into his eye, but that's not in evidence. But anyway, he did die. William the Bastard took England. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Beast.